What's up, everybody? Jackson here today with my little brother Chubbz.
Hello, everyone.
And today we're going to be talking about our personal game of the year 2019? Fuck! So, I've heard a lot of people saying there weren't a lot of good games coming out this year. And that's crazy for me, personally. You too, because I think we played a lot of really good fucking games this year. Like, there's Outward. Outward is stellar. We just recently picked up Remnant from the Ashes, and that game's fucking just wow.
Yep.
So fun and impressive and like...
Packed full of shit.
And then there's Borderlands 3, of course, and there's been several big titles. Hades is a really fun game. There's been a lot of games that came out this year that were stellar. Sekiro came out this year. It got Game of the Year. I haven't played it yet, but I've heard nothing but good things about it.
Yeah.
I have my own personal reasons why I haven't picked it up that are neither here nor there, but I've heard that it's an impressive game.
Yeah.
So the thing about it that we decided to do our channel's Game of the Year, Chubbz, is because PC Gamer is giving out ongoing Game of the Year awards again. And they gave it to Sea of Thieves this time.
And when you told me that, my reaction was, what?
Last
Is
time,
it even ongoing? Is it still having shit come out?
This is, I don't know, skins and stuff.
I thought it had died. I literally, you don't hear it. Like, when a live service game comes out, you can tell it's alive because you've got IGN and Kotaku and Polygon writing 500 articles a month about it.
They write regular articles about it. They have, like, when they gave out the Master Chief stuff for Steam, they had a Halo ship, like, you could get if you purchased it or something like that. They have, like, all these little tie-ins. Yeah.
So, okay.
So the thing about Sea of Thieves, though, is once again, like No Man's Sky, and I'm not here to dredge up the past and go through No Man's Sky and Sea of Thieves yet again, but they were released with, let's just say, lackluster fucking reviews from both critics and fucking users. The review scores were not favorable to them. And both of these games, like, No Man's Sky was a Sony thing, and then this one was an Xbox thing, and PC Gamer is giving out this award is bullshit, alright? So, for starters, all I'm gonna say about Sea of Thieves and fucking No Man's Sky is the game charged itself $60 and represented itself as a finished product that was there for the market to fucking purchase.
Yes.
A functioning product. They never once were uttered the words early access, never once were uttered the words, fucking updates will come, like it's going to be an ongoing live service game. These games were marketed as a day one $60 service.
Right.
Or game.
Right.
Like you were picking up a game, not a service that would have to on-go, whatever. And so when we were thinking of our personal game of the year, it's such a tricky thing to think about with games like Borderlands, I said, Outward, so many really amazing experiences and just stellar games from companies showing us that you don't have to do dirty to do business. You don't have to disrespect the audience maturity and intellect in order to turn a fucking profit and run a successful company. But beyond that is when I was talking to you about this, Chubbz, and you were like, well, look at Risk of Rain 2.
Yeah.
Why isn't it ongoing Game of the Year award? And I was like, that's a very reasonable question. And on this article that they had linked on Twitter, someone had said that, like, Risk of Rain 2 is ongoing game award. And I was like, hell yeah, that's right. And someone actually had the balls to comment and say, that's an early access title. That's different than ongoing game award.
That is dude, ongoing game award. It's in the language, motherfucker. Ongoing, which means it's continually being developed.
So it is early access, but it's titled anyway. Risk of Rain 2, Hopu Games. The translation, the reason we have to give it to Risk of Rain 2 is not only because of the stellar like respect shown to the audience, not only with the first game, no, this second game, but the first iteration as well, was crowdfunded and had more content added to it that added all sorts of value to people, I'm sure, because we on the PS4 had probably over 500 hours in that fucking game. Little dinky side scroller, but it's just this loot as you go and survive the planet, and difficulty increases the longer you play. And it's in other roguelikes, there's almost a discouragement feeling. Like the perfect example I would put forth, I don't think you ever got a chance to play this, but Dead Cells. Dead Cells was a game that after I got done beating it, I didn't feel like I wanted to go again. I felt discouraged because the thing about Dead Cells was your primary weapons and your secondary weapons were pretty much up to chance, the die roll. And the more you progress through the game, as you unlocked things through playing the game, as you do in any roguelike, there's the pool got filled with so many weapons that if you didn't enjoy a large variety of these, which I didn't, I wanted a select few. I wanted daggers and the bow.
Right.
But in those, that's what I wanted. I didn't get that. So like finally I would get that and I'd have a good run and I'd be getting far, but then I'd die and I'd immediately feel discouraged because it took me 4 runs to get those weapons.
Right.
Right. Whereas Risk of Rain 1 and 2, and the translation from the first game to the second game in every aspect is beyond beautiful. It is. You couldn't expect a more, and that's why I like even over Borderlands 3. I'm not saying that Borderlands 3 doesn't improve upon Borderlands 2 in many ways, in very nearly every way possible. All I'm going to say is that the improvements there are way less extreme and impressive to me, knowing that this is from a small development studio who had never made games before, coming from a 2D side scroller, like pixelated art, design.
Who did that because it was easier and they never knew how to make a video game before and taught themselves how to do it and made this like kind of dinky 8-bit side scroller.
Yeah, but with just this beautifully master-crafted formula.
But with the soundtrack that will kick your ass.
Oh yeah, the soundtrack is glorious.
Like, in-depth character customizations, different roles, unlockables, so it feels like even though every run you're gonna ultimately end in death, like that's the whole point of playing the game. I mean, the first Risk of Rain, it's not so much about death. There is that you can beat the game.
Yeah.
But in Risk of Rain 2, it's more like you're going to die. It's just a matter of when.
Yeah, and how. Because it's either you're going to die from the enemies or you're going to have to go to the monument and sacrifice yourself.
Yeah, so...
But when we're looking at games that we played this year, we're looking at Risk of Rain, we're like, damn, we've almost got 200 hours in this title that we got for $20. Our brother Crumb bought us for $20, knowing we would both love it, and we've spent an insane amount of time in this game, and it never gets stale. We've seen the updates of not 1, but 3 new characters added to the game since we picked it up, and there was even more before that. And the amount of variety of gameplay within those 3 characters is insane. Like, the loader that Crumb was playing, she like swings around and uses her momentum from her Spider-Man grapple claw to wind up the punch, and her punch does more damage the faster she's going. So you're just seeing Crumb if you die and you're spectating him, you're seeing him just swing around punching people, and they're just all dying like right away because he's hitting them so hard with the loader. Who's got like a Ripley feel because it's a female loader and she has like the suit. Yeah. But she's got like the Bionic Commando grapple hook, and like it's just interesting characters that are very distinctive from each other, not only in gameplay and how you actually play them. And I would argue some of them play similar and would, need the same sort of items as each other. But with the roster being so vast, there's this room for team composition where a 4-man team could all be getting separate items that will be more maximally useful to their class. And when you play solo, it feels like it doesn't matter because it's not that these things aren't amazing for your class, or they may not be amazing for your character class that you're playing, but they're still a boon.
Yeah.
So it's like they found this way with the item pool in this game that sure, it's like poison isn't that great on, say, the artificer, right? It's not as good on her as it is on, say, the commando, because the commando's got bullets popping
Just
all the
shooting
time and
all
is
the
gonna have
time.
more of a chance to bleed. But if the artificer picks that up, it's not like it's bad.
No.
It's still going to proc bleed and on her AoE and everything.
And on the flip side of that, the brain stocks, where if you kill an elite, you have no cooldowns on your abilities. Well, the artificer, she's like a spellcaster, so if you have no cooldowns, then you can just wipe out everything.
Spam your big ability or your fireballs.
As opposed to the commando, where you're mainly relying on your auto attack, your double tap shoots, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's not to say that you can't spam your super and it's useful, but, you have a dodge and you don't really have as much casting offensive power. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's mainly just the auto attacks.
Yeah. And that's what's so interesting about it too, is it's like the commando, the huntress, it's like from them all the way down to the newest character, Acrid.
Yeah.
It's just insane the variety of play that they have here for $20. I think it was on sale recently for like 18, 17 bucks.
Yeah, they're not asking for much.
And this is a game that's going to periodically update and finish itself, and I hope has post-launch release content.
Yeah.
I would love, this is the sort of company that I'm craving DLC from.
Yeah.
When I see what they do with $20 of my money, I will give them 60 more for the same experience on just the same amount of content. Snap it on there. I'll give you 60 more dollars.
Just add more.
Just keep adding.
Just keep adding lunch meat to the sandwich.
Because this is, and that's the thing, when you look at you look at like ongoing game award, and it goes to a game like Sea of Thieves, that has fucking Microsoft money behind it, that has console exclusivity. I mean, it wasn't really, because it was on Xbox Live too.
Right.
And most people played it for free there. But the point of the thing is it's like they're using it to justify the existence of the console. Like, it's an exclusive to Xbox in the console market. They're putting it forth as a very, like, amazing game. Phil Spencer is name dropping Destiny and Grand Theft Auto Online to talk, like, hype it up. So this is their pet project that they have spent a lot of time and money and resources on, and it's a pittance of the fucking creativity, the imagination within the progression of the game, and the simplistic yet addictive nature of the randomized level palettes, the randomized loot, the randomized enemies, the randomized end level bosses, the randomized order of levels. It's like they're just like, this is a fucking just a stew where people was like, this tastes good, and they put it in, and this tastes good, and they put it in, and it's just a delicious hearty meal.
Yeah.
Risk of Rain 2 is something that I could sit down whenever and play with you, play with Crumb. That game is so entertaining to play with you guys.
Oh yeah.
And it's not even that, like, I could sit down and play it by myself. Mm-hmm. If you guys weren't around, like, I'll sit down and play it by myself, because it is just that amazing and fun. And it's from a couple of dudes who have probably grown and hired on more people who just wanted to make fun games to entertain people. This game doesn't come from a place of like this fucking, like, we gotta sell a fucking console with this game. We gotta sell a live service with this game.
We gotta market it for everybody, adults and children. So we're gonna have cartoony dwarfs do a train spotting commercial that's animated. So, like, we're gonna have that. We're just gonna throw that net out there and try to catch them all in.
They had Samwise Gamgee in one of the commercials, dude. Do you know that Samwise Gamgee doesn't work for cheap? He was Rudy Rudiger. You may have fucking heard of him.
Fucking
Jon Favreau was his roommate. He's got that sort of pedigree. So he's not taking chump money. So I'm sorry that you didn't get any progression system beyond cosmetics in this massive open world sea adventure RPG.
That's all about just hopping on a boat and, hey, look,
Let's
that's
go
cool.
over here and hit skeletons with the same sword we'll have for the entirety of our playthrough.
Why not just get
And
a
shoot 'em with
boat
the same
simulator?
guns that we'll have
Just
for-
get
yeah,
a cruise
dude.
simulator for like $5, where
That's
you
the
just
thing,
like in
and
VR.
I'm
sit
not
on
gonna
a
say that I
cruise.
can't see the fun that could be had in a game like that, especially from a younger audience whose imagination has more free roam to play around with that sort of idea where you are like a pirate with your friends on a ship, you know, attacking another group of people who are pirates on a ship. Like, I'm not gonna say that I don't see the appeal that that sort of game can have. My problem is with the message of the fucking blue, like, you good job for fucking sticking in there ribbon
Ongoing game award.
given to someone, to a company that's undeserving of it, and because they had a massive amount of money, way more than Hopu Games. And when you look at what really the problem is with it, and when you look at like any sort of thing, music, movies, any sort of entertainment media, it all boils down to money. And if money is involved, it's gonna be a shit fucking product.
Oh yeah.
It's the more money invested into marketing and the less money given to creativity and freedom for that creativity to blossom and grow and create something that's a memorable experience, and for them to be able to sell that shit for $20, all you other companies need to fucking try harder. You need to figure out what the fuck is wrong and fucking fix it. Because Hopu showing y'all the fuck up. Game of the year.
Oh yeah.
Hands down, dude. And I'm not that. Then there's some, like I said, there's contenders. There's Outward.
Oh yeah.
There's
were a lot
Remnant.
of really fun games that we played this year. That
Hades
actually
is
came out
insane
this year.
roguelike in the same vein as this. There's a lot. And so, but the reason I gotta give it to Risk of Rain 2 is because the translation from the pixelated version to this
Yeah.
is miraculous.
That's another thing, is the step up is entirely, it's insane to me how like two guys were like, we don't know how to make a video game, but we're going to teach ourselves how to make a video game.
We're gonna animate it. We're gonna hire someone
And-
who's really good at music to fucking...
Yeah, and like, so they released the first one, and it's actually crazy super successful, and so they say, well, we don't know how to make a third-person shooter. We've never done this before, but we're going to teach ourselves how.
Yeah, we're gonna figure it out.
And we're going to do this.
And it feels so good. Like, I've been playing recently with I started the game playing it with mouse and keyboard, and I picked it up recently and started playing again after the accurate update, and I've been using my paddle, and I've had no problems with it.
Yeah.
It's insane to me that this game that feels so good with a mouse and keyboard, where it feels like Smite but faster and more life, if that makes sense.
Right.
Less clunk, because there's a fair amount of movement tampering going on with Smite to balance out that sort of thing.
because they're trying to do shit with the online.
And it's so impressive to me that this game is, like you were saying, from this small group of dudes who just like, let's fucking make this game, and then they're like, yeah, let's make it. Fuck it, there's interest in it, why not? And yeah, there was interest in it. Like,
Yeah.
I was interested in it from the moment I fucking heard about it. And I saw that first early alpha picture of, like, it was just a picture, but it was the Huntress fighting a jellyfish, and I was like, hell yeah. The Wandering Vagrant boss. I was
Yeah.
like, hell yeah. That looks cool as hell. And ever since then, I was excited for it, and I still, like, when I look back and think of how quick it got to us, and it's, once again, thanks to Gearbox fucking software.
Yeah.
Right? Like, I'm not gonna say
Seriously.
that these guys could have crowdfunded this and done it by themselves. Let's not mix words. Like, that could have been done, and they absolutely probably would have done that.
Mm-hmm.
But Gearbox came in and was like, this is a dope product. We like what you have
did.
here.
Yeah.
Can we publish it and give you some money to help you out with anything?
They're like, you have no idea
I
what
like
you're
the
doing.
moves.
and
I
don't
like the
have
moves
experience.
Gearbox is making. I like the games
And it's-
I like the games and how they're approaching the service.
Yeah.
If you're gonna do games as a service, then show us that it's a service.
Yeah.
Show us that it's not just about bilking dumb fucking idiots who are all about throwing money at the screen for your fucking microtransactions over the fucking holiday season. Alright? And that's the thing. People are showing us that. This game is 100% games as a service.
Mm-hmm.
They said this is early access. We're being open and honest. It's still in development. There's going to be bugs. There may be some hard crashes. But for $20 you get access to the game right now, what we have available, and we're going to continually build upon it and update it, and we will make sure that your $20 was a $20 well spent.
And it's going to be launched in spring 2020.
They have an early forecast roadmap, which is exactly what a Destiny has. But this game is still, this game is delivering shit that is actually impacting the game. Like the graphics from this version that I've been playing now to back when I first picked it up, it looks way more polished and smooth. There's added textures and like the character models look better.
More defined.
It's insane. It's insane to think that there's people that defend these companies and their decision, like the ongoing game award from PC Gamer, illustrious,
Sea of Thieves and Rare,
these are all
famous company for Donkey Kong Country. You've heard of Rare.
So since we're not a publication, we're a YouTube channel, we wanted to do an arbitrary Game of the Year award that actually fucking mattered. So from two budget gamers who got over 200 hours of entertainment in 2019, thank you very much, Hopu Games, for fucking Risk of Rain 2, and for all the hours we spent in Risk of Rain 1. Thank you for those two.
Yes.
Sincerely. That's it for me. Are you good?
Yeah, that's it, everybody.
Are you sure?
Yes,
Don't fucking...
I said what I needed to say.
No, because I talked the whole time because I'm a loudmouth fuck.
That's okay. Game of the Year award, Risk of Rain 2, absolutely.
Hell yeah.
And fucking thank you, Hopu, for fucking making something that makes me feel like a kid again.
It really does.
It does.
And when you lose, it's never like super mad. You're just like, ooh. It's almost like a determined sort of rage.
Time to go again.
Yeah, because that was some horse shit, and I'm gonna make sure that never happens again.
Let's see what I get this time.
Yeah, it's a blast.
Yeah.
And thank you so much once again, and thank you guys for watching, staying around till the very end. We got some more stuff coming. We got a Jax Chubbz coming soon, probably be up here in a few days. And Happy New Year, everybody. Have an awesome I hope you all had an awesome holiday season. Till next time, keep kicking ass, stay safe, and as always, remember to respect yourself and expect better from the entertainment that you consume. Because you're fucking worth it.